Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Time for Tea 144. If you're new here, my name is Monse. I appreciate you being here. If you're returning, like always, you are a real one, and I appreciate you being here as well. Let's get a little bit of, I don't know why, I just felt, I saw it and I'm like, How do you guys like the do? Okay, this is, I actually did this. I've never done this to my hair before. That's why, for my first time, I don't think I did such a bad job. Okay, y'all let me know in the comments what you guys think. Oh, hold on. Okay. I hope you guys are having a good Saturday. I am filming this on Saturday, April. I didn't know where we were at. 19th, 111. So are you guys gonna hide little eggs for your babies tomorrow? Do you guys celebrate? You don't celebrate? What do? Do you guys do anything specific, special? Let me know in the comments. My baby got a little birthday party to go to tomorrow, so maybe they're probably gonna do that. I don't know. But I'm only gonna go for a little while because so the little boy that invited him to the birthday party is his friend and everything, but I have no idea. I don't know nobody there, is what I'm trying to say. I don't even know who the little boy's mommy is. Like, I don't know who she is. I've never seen her. I know who the little boy is, but the little boy always gets picked up by his dad. So I don't know who, hold on. I don't know who this little boy is. I'm gonna have to put, like, fix the edges of the hair. But anyways, yeah, so I only want to go for a little while because my son's already like, when are we going? I'm so excited. When are we going? I'm so excited. So I know he won't forget, so I have to go. I have to take him, right? Because otherwise he won't leave me alone about it. But yeah, so that's what I got going on. We have visitation today for the kids with their dad. That's going on today. It is a really beautiful day, guys. The sun is shining like bright. It'll all come together. I'm looking ghostly right now. But yeah, it would all come together. But so how have you guys been? What's new? I'm gonna say what's new because I don't give a damn about what's old. I'm pretty sure a lot of you don't. I'm pretty sure a lot of you are like, move on, next, right? Yeah. I don't know, I feel like, at least for me, okay, so if you resonate with anything that I've been saying here on this channel, then you probably are feeling like me. To be honest, I'm sorry, my kids are watching TV in the living room. I'm feeling like a huge, big, ginormous, like all the big words, sense of relief. I feel like I'm free. It almost feels like something has been lifted off of me that I probably didn't even know I had. If I'm being honest. That's really how I'm feeling. I'm feeling relaxed. I'm feeling relaxed. I'm feeling calm. I'm feeling like that. I swear. That's really how I'm feeling. You know, I have a homegirl right now that is going through something very, very tough. Really tough. That I don't wish. Cállese, niño, loco. Estoy haciendo mi video. That she's going through something really tough that I don't wish on any parents. Because it has to be one of the most hardest things to do as a parent, right? But, and I find myself that, hold on, guys. Yes, papi. Yes, the Minecraft toy. Yeah, so even though I'm really trying to be there for her and things like that, normally, and this is not to say that I'm not being there for her and I don't wish to be there for her, but I feel like I'm doing things very differently now based on the things that I have already gone through. So I feel like I've learned my lessons on how to do certain things, on how to be there for people, right? So with the situations that she's going through, all I'm doing, I'm just being her ears. She can vent however she wants to vent. She can cry, she can scream, she can cuss, she can do whatever she wants. And I'm gonna be here to listen to her. And she can handle that situation, you know, she can express it to me however she likes. Normally, and I mean, don't get me wrong, I'll give her, like, she'll ask my opinion and I'll give it to her on what I think. And at the end of the day, right, she is who controls her life and the situations in her life and how she wants them to be taken care of, right? I'm nobody to tell her anything. But I find myself not being so involved. And before, I would take other people's problems and make them my problems and make them my mission to solve them. That's what I would do. And then when I couldn't solve them, I'd beat myself up about it. I'd say like, fuck, why could... I'd be like, fuck, why didn't I do... How come I didn't... How I didn't see that... And you know, that used to be me. And I find myself not being like that. You know, right now, I'm just listening, giving my opinion, and that's it. I'm being a friend by being there, you know, by being there, listening to everything that she has to say, you know, and giving my honest opinion, and that's it. I'm not taking the energy with me. And I like that. I like that. I don't know, maybe somebody here used to be like that, or maybe somebody here still is like that. But not until you do the work and do, and you understand that not... Hi, Pumps. Hold on, my daughter just woke up. Yeah, so, you know, maybe somebody here used to be like that, is still like that, or has learned the lessons, whatever that looks like for you, right? But if you're still in that energy, trust me, taking a step back and calling your energy back and calling your everything back actually puts you in that place. It puts you in a situation where you're still a friend, you're still a companion, you're still a significant other, you're still that person, but you also put that boundary between your energy and that person's energy. You know? So you can still be there, and that friend is going to be like, oh my God, thank you for listening. I appreciate you so much. And you're like, of course, that's what I'm here for. But you don't take, once you hang up that phone call, or once you're done with that conversation, you don't leave with that energy. That energy stays there. You don't carry it with you. So I feel like when we're on this spiritual journey and things like that, and we've learned lessons and things, we protect our energy as much as we can. And we try not to make other people's problems our problems, not to make other people's business our business, not to be so knee deep involved in somebody else's situation that has nothing to do with us, with you, with me, with whatever, right? And I feel like before, especially if you're an empath, right, you want to help, like you'll take the shirt off your back and give it to the person like that. Especially if you're those kind of people. I'm sorry. I was like talking to you guys, and then all of a sudden, like I just saw like Egypt stuff in the corner of my eye, and I look, and my son is watching this show. It's like a YouTube channel of little kids. It's called Nikki and Vlad on YouTube. But the mom and one of the kids are actually like doing this. Because everything they do on that channel is educational, right? Well, I don't know. Everything they do on that channel is educational, so they were learning about Egypt. I don't know. I just thought that was interesting. ¿Qué?
Okay.
No, she's not outside. Allá está, Ira. Yeah, I just thought that was interesting. And now they're about to cook. They're about to learn how to make a pizza. Yeah, I don't know. I just thought that was interesting. And I forgot to wrap my hair. That's why like it's getting loose and all my little hairs are popping out. But I was just trying something out, trying something new, but I think it worked out. But anyways, yeah, so little by little, you know, we start to see those patterns. We start to see the things that we normally would do, we're not doing anymore. And you even surprise yourself. I mean, at least I am. I'm like, oh. Okay, I'm going to use these words, but that's just how I'm feel. Like, it's like not saying, oh, I don't give a fuck. You know, it's not my problem. It's not like that. But that's how you're acting as. I don't know how to, hold on. It's like you care about that person's problem, but you're not making it your problem. Thank you, Spirit. I don't have my bowl. But yeah, it's, you're listening, right? You're listening and you're being there and you're being the friend you need to be and everything, right? But you're not making it your problem. And as I'm not going to say past, because I do still do that sometimes. As an overthinker, those are things that I would do. You know, like, for example, like what's going on with my friend. If it would have been a situation that she's telling me about, and I was still my past person, I would be like, oh my God, what's going to happen to her? Like, what's going to happen when this happens? What's going to happen if this happens? Oh my God, I should tell her that this could be a possibility. I should do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, her problem became my problem. And I'm not feeling that right now. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, what she's going through is not easy. At all. At all. Okay, so she's holding it down. She's holding it down because it is not easy what she's going through, and not a lot of people can handle it. What? Okay, coma pues. And not a lot of people can handle it, what she's going through. Not a lot. A lot of people ain't built for the shit that she got going on right now. And I mean, the fact that she hasn't thrown in the towel, I mean, shit, says a lot about her. Okay, says a lot about her. And I'm pretty sure she's thought about it, you know, but it says a lot about her. So y'all can only imagine how difficult her situation might be at this moment. But that's the reason why I say that staying in prayer and staying in meditation and everything, all of those things are going to keep you level-headed to make the correct decisions when you're going through tough situations. 555, because that's a change. Those are unexpected changes that just come that you had no idea that were happening, but now you're in it and you're like, holy shit, what the fuck do I do? Stay in prayer, stay in meditation, stay connected, stay tapped in. That's what you need to do. Stay connected, stay tapped in. That's it. And trust and have faith and stay devoted, stay obedient. I mean, I'm not even gonna sit up here and lie, right? Because every now and then I'll stop meditating. I'll skip a day or two of meditation, of meditation, of prayer, of healing, of affirmations. I am affirmations. Yeah. Sometimes I fall off the wagon, but I get right back on there, and I'll remind myself like, holy shit, I haven't done this. And sometimes like a day or even two feels like a freaking week or two. When you're like, when was the last time I meditated? Oh, I meditated like a day ago. But why does it feel like it's been longer? You know, because that's definitely the divine telling you like, dude, this is not the time to take a break. This is not the time to relax, to Netflix and chill. Not just yet. Not just yet. We're almost there. We're almost at the finish line where you can just... And I trust that. I trust that. I definitely trust that, and I believe it. I trust it and I believe it. You know, so that has to be for somebody here who may be, like I said, like the situation that my girl's going through. Maybe she's losing her faith. Maybe she's losing her... Maybe she's losing her faith. Maybe she's losing her trust. Maybe she feels like the walls are closing in and there's no way out. Because there's a lot on her plate at the moment. There's a lot on her plate at the moment that she might not... She might be thinking of throwing in the towel. And this is not the time to be having those kind of thoughts, you know. And trust me, I know it's easier said than done. Because I know those are very touchy subjects sometimes. You know, people are like, you don't know what the fuck I'm going through. You don't know how fucking hard it's been. You don't know what the fuck my life is. Yeah, I know. I know that I don't know. But I know this. I know that if you don't lose faith, you're gonna see an outcome. I know that if you don't lose face, I don't know. I think it was because my son yelled my name. But I know that if you don't lose faith, 1919, you're going to find the outcome. I know that if you don't lose your faith, you are going to find the exit in the maze you're in at the moment. If you feel like you're in the maze and there's no way out, keep your faith. Don't throw in the towel. Because you're going to find the outcome. I'm sorry, you're going to find the exit. You are. Because the divine is going to start to guide you, right? God is going to start to guide you to tell you, okay, make a left here, turn right here, go all the way down, make another right, make another left. And when you make that final left, boom, you're already out of it. And you're like, for real? All I had to do was keep my faith? Yes. 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 Everything has a purpose. Everything has a purpose. Everything has a reason. Everything has a why. And I know those are probably all the things that she's asking herself at the moment. Why? How come? Why this? Why that? Why not this? Why not that? And once she goes through this situation and gets out of this maze, all those questions that she had while she was in it, she's going to find them.
Mami.
¿Qué?
Mira.
¿Qué? Oh, ahorita se quita. She's going to find it. She's going to find those answers that she's asking right now. She's going to find those answers that she's looking for right now. But she's not going to get them at this moment. She's not going to get them. She has to learn. Well, I mean, she will if she learns to trust. She will if she learns to trust. And if she learns to believe, she definitely will. She will. And hell, she might even get out of that maze even quicker. If she starts doing the work now, if she starts praying, if she starts meditating, if she grabs all her problems and says, God, here you go. Can you please take care of that for me? Thank you. And you stay prayed up, and you stay in meditation, and you do what you need to do, and try to stay grounded, level-headed, in your zone. Again, before you know it, you're going to be out of that maze. You're going to be out of that maze. I don't know, maybe somebody needs to hear this right now. Maybe you're in a situation as tough as my friends. Because like I said, I'm not going to say her business out here, right? But just know that it's something that not anybody can handle, especially if you're a parent out here. Okay, so sorry, I don't know if I was like blocking the frame, but yeah, it's not something just anybody can handle. Sorry, the thing of the mirror is like, yeah, so it's not something anybody can handle. It's not something that anybody can take in. It's not something that that you say like, oh, that's what you're worried about? No, fuck no. Absolutely not. And at the end of the day, you know, we can tell these, like, if you're going through something, your friend, your best friend who you trust and confide in and everything can only tell you so much to feel better. But the only one that's going to make you feel better is God. Because I try to boost her spirit up. I make her laugh because I'm hella funny. Okay? Just a little side note about myself. I'm a funny bitch. Okay? I talk a lot of shit and my shit's funny. But yeah, so that's what she always be saying. I can't with you. I can't stand you. And I love that because it puts a pause on the situation, and she's enjoying that laugh, enjoying that moment. And that's what I want for her. I always tell her, like, you're strong, you got this. God doesn't give you things that he knows you can't handle. Us as humans, right, we tend to do that. If we make a mountain out of a molehill, is that the saying? So us as humans, that's what we make, something this small look like it's this fucking big when it's really not. It's really not. Or at least it doesn't have to be. Let's say it is. Let's say it is this big, right? But us as humans, even if it is this big, we make it this much bigger. And God is telling you, like, why are you crying? Why are you stressed? I'm going to get you out of this situation. I'm going to help you help whoever needs help in your family. I'm going to help you help your kids. I'm going to help you get that job so you can support yourself. I'm going to help you with that connection. I'm going to help. That's what God keeps telling you. I'm going to help you. Why are you stressing? Why are you crying? Have faith. Stick to the plan. Continue doing what you need to do. Because your relationship with God, it's like a marriage, right? It's 50-50. You put your part, God puts his part. God's not going to do everything for you. You can't sit on your ass and not do nothing. No. And that's even as little as keeping your faith. That's something as little as keeping your faith. Something as little as keeping your faith is what God sees. God knows who you are. He sees who you are, the real you. Let's say you out here putting a show for motherfuckers, right? God knows that you're hurting though behind that mask. If you're out here putting on a fake smile and everything, right? Yeah, you go ahead and do that. But God knows that that smile is fake as fuck. Because you're hurting. Because you're going through a struggle. Because you're going through a moment. No. God knows that. Okay? But the moments that you let God take care of everything, I feel like that's the reason why. Thank you, Spirit. So you, in the beginning of the video, I said, I feel so free. Like something has been lifted. And that nothing can stop me from doing what it is I want to do. No matter what it is. And maybe that's the reason why I'm speaking on this specifically. Maybe this is even going to be a good video for her to watch, my friend. You know, because maybe we need to be grateful for what we have and stop crying and complaining for the things that are happening in our lives. You know, because, okay, for example, like I said, I know it's easier said than done, right? When you're like, oh, but this is happening to me. You don't know this. You don't know that. You don't know the other thing and the other thing. Yeah, I don't know. But do you know that by stressing yourself out and everything, it just makes it worse. And it doesn't allow the change to come in. Right? When you're like, oh my God, this, that, and the, oh shit, okay, and the other. It doesn't allow for change to come in. And I know change is going to come for her. Last night, she had a very difficult night. But she called me at the freaking butt crack of dawn. And I answered the phone call, okay? And I was there and I was listening and she was crying and everything, okay? So, but when we hung up, I looked at the time and it was exactly 5:55. Change. A dramatic change. So this is giving like, she just needs to hold on a little bit longer because change is coming. 222. Change is coming. And it feels like it's going to be like something, change is coming that she might not even expect. But this is why I'm saying we need to try to keep our cool and our composure and believe and have faith that things are gonna get better. They are. No matter that right now, everything is upside down. Everything and anything in your life right now is upside down. And I can understand when everything is like, it's hard to keep your faith. It's hard to stay positive. It's hard to even fucking get out of bed, right? You have to. I talked about in my last video, I think, or in the video before that, I talked about a little box of courage that I feel that a lot of us don't know we have. And then when we get put in situations where everything in our lives is upside down, we find that little box. We grab a tiny little hammer, we pop, crack that shit open. Because the divine puts things, heavy things in our way to test our faith, to test our strength. The divine is not going to give us something that we cannot handle. The divine is going to throw something at you so heavy to test that faith. Just how much faith you really have that things are going to get better. That that there's change coming. That there's change happening. You just have to have faith. You have to have faith. You have to stay 10 toes down on every single thing that you are being guided to do. Again, prayer, meditation, eating well, maybe going for a walk, maybe going to a park, drinking more water, listening to frequencies, to keep your level, your energy. Dámelo pues. To keep your energies up, to keep your vibe up, to keep your energy level, your vibes, everything up. So there won't be no room to sit down and cry and be sad. No. Why? Because you believe. Oh, sorry. I got a weird notification. I don't know. But you know that. You really, really believe it. So that's why you're not going to sit and cry. You're not going to sit and be like, why this, that? No, because you have the faith. I've always told you guys, like, your girl's still going through it. Like, your girl's still trying to keep her head above water. But look what I did. I decided I bought hair. My girl's gonna actually braid my hair. She's coming next weekend because she's a really good fucking braider and she does really good hair. Okay, Mommy, just throwing it out there. Nah,
I like hair.
Okay, and I was like, you know what? I saw one on Pinterest. Let me try it. It took me for. ¿Qué, mi amor? Okay, it took me for. Okay, it took me forever, but I did it. And I think it came out pretty fucking cute for my first time. So find something to do. This is what I'm saying. Because when you have nothing to do, right, you just sit there and then your mind starts to... And then your mind starts to play you. Your mind starts to play with you. And then you start thinking... You even start thinking shit that has nothing to do with your situation. Like, absolutely nothing. You start thinking shit that has absolutely nothing to do with your situation. And just with those type of thoughts, you immediately either start to cry or you're like, oh my God, what? You start thinking like the worst case scenario. And it hasn't even happened yet. So that's you pretty much wishing for those things to happen when you have those kind of thoughts. And I know that's not what you want. I know those are not the things that you want. If you're going through something right now, you want that situation to pass. You want that situation to be over. You don't want that situation to linger anymore. Like, you want to just be like, oh, when is this going to be over? 444. When is this gonna be over? When you start to do the work as well. That's when. That's when it'll be over. That's when it'll be done with. That's when it won't. That's when it no longer will have a place in your life. That's when you immediately are going to start to see the difference. I'm going to use new lashes today, guys, because the other ones, yeah, I think they need a little bit of rest. But yeah, that's when you're going to start to see those things. The moment you start to do your part. And as well, you will start to see that. And not only that, you will have to be patient and wait for the divine timing of when it's over. But that's why you stay that's why you stay grounded. That's why you stay in prayer. That's why you stay, that's why you don't lose that faith. That's why you don't lose that faith. You don't lose none of that. You're like, I'm not going to stress out. God got me. Oh, I'm not going to do that. God got me. Oh, you guys want me to cry and be hysterical and do... Nah, I ain't doing none of that. God got me. That's the type of time you need to be on. That is called having faith. That is called believing. That is called knowing that the Most High, your angels, your spirit team, your ancestors, every single one of them, déjame ahí. ¿Ciclali? Sorry. Deje ahí, mami. That's what that's called. It's having faith, having strength, having everything. So they're, it's, how do I put it? It's like the people around you might be like, dude, like this is happening in their life, and look at them. They're over there outside in the backyard having, I don't know, lemonade or something, or drinking their coffee and hanging out in their in their backyard, just chilling. Like if they've like the world is not like falling on top of them. Because they don't understand your faith. They will never understand your faith. Those type of people will not understand your faith because those type of people are not connected as you are. They're not connected like that. Or they haven't even thought about connecting like that because they could connect like that with the Most High. We all can have a relationship with God. It's just in us to want one. It's just up to us to want one with Him. Because we're all His children, right? So we all have, we can all have that connection with Him. Hold on, guys. Sorry, guys. I had to do the eyeliner off camera because I just be hella into it and then I forget what I'm talking about. Bueno, pues, yeah, so, I don't know, maybe that had to be something that somebody needed to hear today, to not lose your faith, to not lose your strength, to not think that this is going to last forever and that divine is not going to come through for you. As long as you, like I said, as long as you keep your faith and you continue doing what you're doing, there's absolutely no reason why God won't make the way. There's no reason why. And that's why I talk about that a lot in my other channel as well, of us staying obedient. Like, if you already feel like if you have a connection with the divine, with your spirit and with God, with the angels, with whatever, right? You're already on the right path. You're already on the right path. You're already where you need to be. Sorry, guys. You are already where you need to be. So you need to trust that. I know that it's hard sometimes, right? Like I said, I know that it's hard sometimes to be like, you're like, okay, whatever, just because you're okay, just because you're good. No, the fuck I'm not. Okay? But I have my faith. My faith in my team and my spirit team and God and my angels, my ancestors, my divine beings, like my ascended masters. I trust in every single one of them. I trust in every single one of them. And I know that my current situation is only temporary. So I am grateful for my current situation. Because, okay, like I've said before, right, I want to move. So I want a house where we can be more comfortable, right? But I'm not like, oh my God, get me out of this shithole. I can't fucking live here anymore. Blah, blah, blah. No, that's not what I'm doing. What I'm actually doing is, yes, Lord, please bless me with a different space. Lord, thank you for the space that I am in currently. And I know that you will provide something different for me. I appreciate 4141. I appreciate where I am. Even if it's not where I want to be, and even though I know that I won't be here forever, this is just temporary, I'm grateful. I am grateful for it. Because my situation could definitely be a whole lot worse. My situation can definitely be a whole lot worse. And so, yes, I give thanks. Tate quieto. I give thanks every single day to God, to my divine team, to my ancestors, to my angelic beings, to every single God and goddess that protect me. Because I really reached a point where I didn't know where I was going to be or what I was going to do. Especially carrying 3 little babies with me. My other child, he's grown. He's 21. You know what I mean? But my other 3, what was I going to do? And when I slowly learned, because I'm still learning. Te habla la mamuchi, Anthony. When I slowly learned, I realized that when, okay, this is my problem, this is a problem, this is a problem, this is a situation for me in this, all right. Mommy. And I turned it over to the divine. I tried as much as I could, as hard as I could, to not make it my problem. I focused on other things. I focused more on my kids, on things that I had to do with my kids. I try to stay prayed up. I try to meditate every day. If I can meditate 3 times a day, I do so. Because like I always say, I got kids, so it'd be hard. But I try. And if I only can meditate at night, then I do that. Because by that time, my kids are in bed, right? So if I have to only meditate at night, but I don't miss it. A lot of I am affirmations. Looking in the mirror and saying a lot of I am affirmations keep me like that. ¿Qué quieres?
Mommy, cuando regresamos de Erika, can you get us some donuts?
I'll think about it. That makes me feel that way. It makes me feel more like I'm encouraging myself to stay where I am right now. To feel this way, to feel like I have everything put together when there's still pieces to the puzzle missing. That's what it is. sad. So, I don't know who needed to hear that today. I love it when it happens like this, that I don't know what I'm going to talk about, and then all of a sudden we're already having that conversation. Because I know my friend, she's going to get out of this. She's going to get out of this. This is a temporary situation. But my girl, she's a sensitive soul. A very sensitive soul. And I know that that's why maybe it's a little bit harder for her, because she's a sensitive soul. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with being sensitive or overly sensitive, right? But we can't overly indulge in anything. We have to have a balance for everything. So if we get upset or angry or mad, you're allowed to. Just don't fucking overdo it, right? Don't be all the time pissed the fuck off. You're not going to wake up mad and go to sleep mad, right? No, there's a balance. You got to find joy in the things that you have at the moment, even though at the moment you might be needing more. But you have to find joy in the little things that you have, and be grateful for the little things that you have. And continue pushing forward no matter how many bumps you have on the road. Because just like you have all those little bumps, by maintaining that balance, you're going to have all those little blessings come in. But it's the same. It's like a job, right? You have to go to the job and perform the job in order to get paid. Because otherwise you don't get paid. Same shit. Right? You have to show up, punch in, right? Punch in and... the school, the same thing, right? You go to school. In order to go to school, get good grades, and you move on to the next. You graduate and go to the next grade. But if you don't show up, right, and if you don't do the work, and you don't get good grades or do whatever, you're not gonna go and move on to high school, right? You're gonna stay another year in junior high. It's like that. Everything has you have to put in work to certain things. You have to. That's just what it is. Whether you want to believe it or not. Okay? Because and that is confirmation right there before I was even going to say what I was going to say. Because I have a feeling there's some of you that are just like... I'm getting like non-believers. Like non-believers... like saying, well, God is not going to make it happen. I have to make it happen. That's why I stress like that. Well, God's not doing it for me because you don't see it at the moment. You're just like, nah, he ain't going to fix it. I have to fix it. Because if he would have fixed it, it would already be done. And it doesn't work that way neither. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen overnight. And it's not going to... You can't call up God and be like, yo, how long is this going to take? Right? He does things when he knows the right time to do so. And you can't rush that. And the more you rush it, the more you block it. That's... Hold on. Yeah, so the more you rush it, the more you block it. Okay? So think about it like that. You want to sit there. Ooh, you want to sit there and be like, well, if God would have done it, if God loved me, then I wouldn't be going through this situation. If God cared about me, this wouldn't be happening to me. Right? I know a lot of people think like that. Right? If God, how come God allows these things to happen then? Right? If he's so powerful in this, how come he allows things to happen? Again, I said it in the beginning. It's a test. It's a test of your will. It's the test of your faith. It's a test. It's a test. Okay? And you might say, oh, well, I'm not fucking, this is not a test. This is my life. This is this. Exactly. Exactly. Because it's your life. Like I said again, like the situation that my friend is going through, I always tell her that this is a test of your will. Look, ask and it shall be given to you. Stay prayed up. Oh my God. Stay prayed up. I'm gonna have to join the videos, guys. Hold on. Hey guys, so I'm back. I'm sorry. I had to get the babies ready and get them going. I was running out of time and things like that. So I'm gonna shuffle the cards and do the cards here with you guys, because I know that's what I was about to do before I got the phone call. And I'm actually kind of glad I got that phone call, because I was so into the video that I didn't even realize the time that it was. Okay, like I was running out of time. But I want to share this with you guys. Like, as I was shuffling while I was on the phone call, I was shuffling and 3 cards came out that I do want to tell you, because I feel like somebody here really needs to hear this. Okay, so one of them is, you are the light of the world. Okay, you are the light of the world. Peace be unto you, as my Father has sent me. So these are loving words from Jesus, right? The deck that I'm using. So God sent his son to walk you through this tough journey that you're on. Whatever your situation is at the moment, right? I used my own situation. My homegirl, you know, she's going through her situation. So you are not alone. You might not be able to see him. You might not be able to hear him. You might not be able to physically touch him, but he's literally right there. Be good, be of good comfort. Your faith has made you whole. And this was actually the very first card that flew out of the deck. So if you thought about losing faith, don't do it. Do not do it. Be of good comfort. Your faith has made you whole. Like, you have nothing to worry about, as long as you keep that faith. I don't know if I'm hella dark, guys. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. But I don't know if the lighting is sorry, guys. Okay. But yeah, it says, be of good comfort. Your faith has made you whole. So relax. That's why I said, right? Try not to stress. Try not to be like, oh my God, this, that. Try. That's why I say, do things, work out, go for a walk. If you have kids, play with your kids, do things with your kids. Keep your mind off of what it is that you're going through, so you can stay grounded and focused on bigger fish that you got to fry. And let God and Jesus take care of the rest. This one came out as well, and this is another one that I feel fits the collective right now. It says, fear not, little flock, for it is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. Again, fear not. You have no reason to fear, no reason to all things whatsoever you shall ask in prayer, believe you shall receive. Is at the bottom of the deck. I'm gonna pull one more here, but I did want to say those because I feel like somebody really did need to hear that. I don't know, I feel like somebody here is like, they feel like the maze has no exit. There is an exit out of this maze. Woo. Okay, there is an exit. It says, be not afraid, only believe. Oh my God, thank you, Spirit. Be not afraid, only believe. Believe. Have that faith. Believe in faith that you're gonna get out of this. Thank you, Spirit. This is what I'm saying. Like, look. Be not afraid, only believe. Believe that you're gonna get out of this. Have faith that you're gonna get out of this. Okay? Have that faith. Wow. And I was just saying that, right? That somebody here feels like there is no way. Okay, that's it, I think. Ask and you shall receive, that your joy may be full. And I told you that, right? I know it's easier said than done, but oh great, now they're like in between my car, but I'll fix it right now. But anyways, I know it's easier said than done, right? When that situation is presented to us, that we're supposed to just be happy when like when we feel that like the world is on our shoulders, and it's not like that. Like I said, us as humans make shit bigger than it really is. And we just have to believe and have faith that God is going to see us through. And that's that. That's it. There's nothing else. That's it. And it's that simple, really. I think it's harder to keep your faith. I think it's harder to maintain your beliefs when shit is like really hitting the fan, right? But it's so easy to believe in God. It's so easy to trust God. It's so easy. That has to be like the easiest thing. Believing in God, having faith, even the size of a mustard seed. I'm surprised that didn't come out though. That is so easy. Just to have a loving relationship with the Most High. Because He doesn't stop loving us just because we stop loving Him or we forget about Him. He doesn't forget about us. So that's why I say it's like the easiest thing. Let's see what angel number pops out here. Wah! Hold on. We got 1010 growth, 1515 clarity, and 143 perspiration. So 143 perspiration says, life is filled with phases. The whispers is telling you to prepare for the unexpected and allow changes to pass through with a sense of peace. Finance and creative changes are upon you. So maybe that's a situation that you're in. Maybe it's not a personal one. Maybe it's a financial one. And you're like, how the heck am I'm going to freaking make ends meet if I have no money, if I have no job, if I have no type of resources coming in? Tell him that. Y a ver si no. 1515 is clarity. Keep assessing the creative connection that you feel to the divine. The whisper speaks through your creative connection, allowing you to express the beauty that is within you and connect you to the love that is around you. 1515. 1010 growth. Spiritual awareness is opening you to all that you are ready to see. Spiritual awareness is opening you to all that you are ready to see. Your destiny is being fulfilled. Keep your intentions pure with your eyes looking ahead, and you will continue to increase growth that is here. And I did say that, right, in the early part of the video, that maybe somebody's here like, oh, well, I don't see it happening now. It's not happening now. And you're telling me to believe in God, and you're telling me to ask God, but I don't see it happening. I asked God 2 weeks ago, and I'm still waiting. Again, Things don't happen when we want them to happen. Things don't go down when we say they go down, right? And ask your questions, guys. And we don't tell him how to run the show, right? We don't tell him how to run the show. No. That's why, okay, here we go. Peaceful resolution. There's a lot of like peace, calm, relax. You got this. I got this. Peace, it says, peace be unto you. Faith. Meditation brings answers is on the bottom of the deck. And I did say that also in the beginning of the video. Stay in prayers, stay meditating, stay connected, stay tapped in. So you won't see. So just because you don't see the changes happening doesn't mean they're not happening. So if you stay prayed up, if you stay in meditation, if you stay all of that, you're kind of gonna, with that, you're gonna get the, I keep getting like negative vision out of your way. Like right now, you're just seeing everything in a negative way. You're seeing everything in a negative way. That's why a lot of negativity comes out your mouth. And so the more you stay prayed up, the more you stay in meditation, you're going to start to see things differently. I don't know. I'm just big, happy changes. Thank you, Spirit. You need to get out of that negativity, negative mind state that you're in. Of the fact that you're never going to get out of this fucking maze. Because they're coming. So the reason why you can't get out of this maze is because of the way you're thinking. Thank you, Spirit. It's the way you're thinking. Your thoughts. You. Fuck, I'm never going to have money. I'm always going to be broke. I'm never going to get a job. I keep fucking looking. And I can't find shit. But it's all negative. Coming out your mouth. When there's big happy changes coming, you guys, when I kid you not, I am surrounded by birds right now. Little tiny birdies. Like they're all around right here around my car. Did you guys hear that? I hope you guys heard that. I hope you heard that. But yeah. Look how bright that is. And it said here, right? Where'd it go? You are the light of the world. Look how bright you're going to shine if you just get out of your head. God's time is perfect. And maybe there's a reason why you feel like you're never going to get out of that maze. Maybe because it's not time for you to get out of that maze yet. Or maybe God wants you to have faith and believe more in yourself. Believe more in yourself. I don't know where I repeated that. But yes, 11:11. That's what I'm saying. Like, you need to believe more in you that you can take care of this, that you can handle this. That whatever the divine has thrown at you at the moment that you feel that you can't handle, you can handle it, work through it, and trust that in perfect timing you're gonna see these big changes. Didn't I just say that your negative thoughts and your negative words that come out of your mouth are what are blocking you? And look what they're saying. Stay positive. Stay positive. Big happy changes are coming in divine timing. It's a peaceful resolution. We have unlikely here. Maybe that's for somebody. Look for a sign. Pay attention. I feel like maybe you, with Jesus being here, I feel like, yeah, you're definitely being guided by your spirit team, but you're too busy being all negative and whatnot that you don't see the signs, you don't hear the signs, you don't pay attention because you're too focused on the bad shit. Recovery. So you're okay. You're from whatever it is that you feel trapped in or stuck in, you're gonna recover from it. You're gonna get out of that maze. I just keep I don't know why I keep using the maze. It's like you're stuck in the maze that you feel that you're never gonna come out of, and you're gonna recover from this. But you need to be the one to take action. I told you right in the beginning of the video that between you and the divine, it's like a marriage, right? It's a 50-50 type of deal. You do your part and then they do their part, because you got to do your part first, right? Because God needs to see your healing. God needs to see if you're doing the work. God needs to see this. You're tested. You get tested. And that's when they say you pass your test, right? You do the correct thing, you do the right thing, and you get blessed for it. You get blessed for doing the right thing. And it's like, well, like I was using the analogy earlier, right, about school. You study, you take the test, and then you turn in your test, and you get your test a week later, and you got an A+. Like that. So it's like you already have the tools. You have what you need to pass your test. So pass that shit. Pass it. Okay? I love you guys. Make sure to hit the like, comment, share, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Adios.